Akademiks can't ride no wave.
So the news is coming down. I seen No Jumper posted. They're claiming that Allstar JR was reportedly arrested by federal police. Wow, federal police for his alleged involvement in NBA Ben 10 shooting. They're saying he was allegedly arrested while he was on his way to a Vlad TV interview. Huh. That's interesting. Federal police. If the story goes he was getting attacked, he then grabbed a gun. Is he a felon? He did say, I think he said he did some time in jail. Maybe they're trying to hit him with a felon in possession, even though, like, technically, like, he might have been using a gun to protect his own life. But technically, if he grabbed the gun, it's still felon in possession. But usually people don't charge that because what do you expect him to do, die? What could he gotten arrested for? Last thing he said was
I
this.
wake up, all you hoe ass niggas tagging me, talking about, nigga, you see Ben back? You see Ben back? Well, if the bitch so back, tell him to do the Ben 10. I'll double it for him. Fuck he talking about, do that bitch, Ben, nigga, this your dance. Get in your groove, nigga, if you back. I wake up, all you hoe ass niggas tagging me, talking about, nigga.
Saying he got arrested. Supposedly it was a couple hours ago. Well, we could normally, what's his name? Allstar JR. Does anyone know his real name? Jeremy Ford, if that's his name. Okay, cool. Let's look at we could look him up, see if he is in federal custody. Jeremy Ford. There's one guy that named Jeremy Ford, but he's 50, so that's not him. Jeremy Ford. But he could be with state police or he could be with the marshals at this point if he's locked up. We don't know. Dogface not picking up. He posted something 10 hours ago. Is he arrested? You know who I could call? I know who I could call. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, he's in LA, so he's on LA time. He should be up.
Yo,
Rebo,
what's the word, buddy?
yo, what up, yo? I'm on stream. Hey, is Allstar JR locked up?
Yeah.
How you know?
Dogface was at No Jumper today, and while we was doing the interview and shit, well, him and Adam was doing the interview. I guess Jay was supposed to be pulling up on Vlad, and they got arrested.
He got
supposedly.
He got arrested while pulling up on Vlad?
I guess he was on the way to his Vlad interview, or he never made it to his Vlad interview, and management was saying he got arrested or whatever. Like, it wasn't supposed to get out there, but it just happened while we was, while Dogface was with us.
Oh, so wait. Holy shit. Wait, but how did they know it was the feds, though?
Shit, that's what they were saying.
Really?
Yup. So, I mean, shit, Dogface, he in Cali, though, so I don't know why you try to call him or something?
Yeah, because he tried to call me yesterday or not, like a couple hours ago, but like I don't know if I was on stream or I didn't get on stream yet. But
Unless he flew back or some shit, but yeah, for sure.
the feds?
Hey, that's what Dollface is. I think he had a whole bunch of Detroit and Compton niggas at the No Jumper building when I pulled up and shit. And that's word for sure.
That don't make no sense though. If like he was robbed.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking like he got robbed, but what niggas was trying to say was, I don't know if there's any truth to that shit, but the nigga took the gun or whatever, he took the gun across state lines. I don't know, but I don't know how much that whole way or how true that is, but if he did take Ben Ting gun,
Oh, maybe.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so maybe he left the scene with the gun.
Leaving cross state lines type. I don't know, but it ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's word
Why
on
the
the
fuck would the
nigga.
feds be that? Yo, the feds is like picking up some like every little issue now. Like y'all was surprised it said the feds are looking into the Offset shit. I'm like, yo, that was like it's a fight at a casino. Yeah, there's a shooting, but well, I guess it is casino property. But damn, okay.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. Fans, they watching this shit. That's what it seemed like. But yeah, that's what Dollface and his people for sure. And they was up there in No Jumper today talking about it. Because I guess Allstar, he was supposed to pull up on Vlad, and he never made it.
Oh, Vlad. Damn, Allstar told me I was gonna get the first interview. Man.
You know how this shit go.
Nah,
You know how this shit go.
Vlad probably offered the bag. Nah, it's all good. I get it.
Yeah, Vlad be cashing niggas out, man.
Damn, you never made it. Did you talk to Vlad? Or did
I
Adam
ain't
talk
talked to Vlad. Nah, I ain't talked to Vlad. Or I don't know if Adam did. Shit, call Adam. He probably sleeping now, actually.
Man, Adam don't talk to me unless it's business hours. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Adam ain't answering the streams.
Yeah, he probably talk to y'all niggas outside business hours. Like, yo, you don't talk to niggas like me outside business hours, bro.
You already know you calling with the shit.
Yeah, nah, damn. Oh, all right. I mean, I'm just trying to figure it out. But all right, yo, if you hear anything else, just hit me, bro.
All right, love, bro.
All right. Okay. So it's looking like it's definitely looking like he may have gotten arrested. But if the scenario is like that where so apparently this is what we're hearing. The fight or the robbery happens. They take his chains. So supposedly the chains, either the 4K trade niggas or somebody has his chains or a chain. And apparently he has their gun. Now, I had thought the cops took the gun. But, he didn't say much to me. But it felt like he was almost saying, like, he ain't stick around to tell the cops nothing. Like, he ain't stick around either. Like, maybe the only people who stuck around was... Oh, actually, the cops even said it. He didn't stick around. Remember the cops said, yo, the guy who was getting robbed wasn't there, right? Like, he left. So maybe he left with the gun. Right? Police. Yeah, this guy right here.
Now, this is a shooting. Got two victims. Let's see. One's been shot multiple times in the torso, probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. He's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So my name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, Willkens. So what we know right now is our suspect, who we don't know who he is right now. We're working on that. Investigators do a great job. I'm sure they'll figure out who he is. Was at this location and had a confrontation with a couple of guys. That altercation originally, it appears from what they were doing, was trying to take his chains. Now, we don't know if they knew him what that was, but it appears possibly they knew this guy. They were in the process of trying to rip his chains off. That went on for 30 seconds to a minute where these two guys were tussling with him, actually got him to the ground, and appears probably got his chains from him. Right after that, another fella jumps in and several other people jump in as well, along with these other guys, and they start having a fist fight, and they're beating this guy pretty bad. They got him on the ground and beating him pretty good. Sometime during that part of the fight, our victim, who was originally looked like he was being majorly assaulted by several people and getting his chains ripped off, he presents a pistol. We don't know where he got it from, but he got it. Must have had it in his pants the whole time, but he got it out and started shooting randomly. Ends up hitting 2 people. Those are our 2 victims. Not certain if these are the same ones that were trying to rip off his necklaces or not. Again, investigation's just now starting, but investigators are going to get over here and try to figure out exactly how that occurred. We got some folks on the scene that are talking to us. We got some good video. So that's where we are right now.
So that's the update on.
Okay, so it looked like he had left the scene. Interesting. Oh. That's the interesting part, chat. Any other confirmation? Yo, they got Vlad. Why they got Vlad right here? Oh, this is like a clearer video. Oh, so this is Allstar JR. Who is this nigga?
Wow. Wow.
Who is this guy? That's this.
I call on you to send your angel of death to get Ben 10's ugly ass off this goddamn earth. Make his mama cry, God. If not, shut his brain down where he be a goddamn vegetable. He can't blink and people got to wipe his ass and put that cup at his dick to help him pee because he a stupid ass vegetable for trying to take somebody's chain. In the name of Jesus, Father God, if he got kids, I hope his kids is suffering because he look retarded with that bullet hole in his head. In the name of Jesus, Father God, I just plead the blood on the motherfucking ventilator machine that got the boy breathing alive.
Nah, Charles is wilding. Interesting. Now, okay. So, by the way, look.
But you know, in the facial, the hospital, every fella banging the gunners. Scary ass.
All I heard was this. Okay, he's living a good life in the hospital, man. Got his facial going on. You know, he pulled up today. Looked like, I don't know if you've seen the latest Ben 10 stuff, but this is him here. What type of drink is that? Nice cut. Don't forget to hit me back. Hit me trying to see me presidential, send a Cadillac. I know Chanel back inside it holding them bags. My bro drop back on carpet, I'm too classy for the cat. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga look mad. It looked like he's just fine in the hospital. I told you, that's how I told you he looked. Okay, he doesn't have the neck brace on either anymore. All right. Now, I did speak to Jay Prince Jr. And I think he hit me up. And he wanted to, I'm going to tell you exactly what he said. So Jay Prince Jr. hit me up. And, you know, he was mostly adding some commentary after I spoke to Ben 10. And Ben 10 and 3, they both cleared his name saying, this shit had nothing to do, the incident had nothing to do with with Jay Prince Jr. sending him off to go do some dumb shit. That wasn't a thing. And I talked to Ben 10, I talked to OG3. They both said that, hey, listen, yeah, Junior might have had problems with JR, but he didn't tell us to do a motherfucking thing. Niggas acted on their own behalf, and that's kind of what happened, right? So Jay Prince Jr., he hit me up, and he said this. He said, now you see what I said was the truth, Ak. He said, come on, Ak. See, y'all gotta figure this out and stop putting false narratives on my name. He's like, you'll find out later. You find out the truth later, and you'll realize that some of the stuff you guys were saying were wrong, but the damage is already done. He's like, you want to know what's going on in the future? Just hit me personally, bro. So I responded to him. I said, you know what? I think in this situation, you were definitely, the narrative of you sending people to go get shot, this and third, that was definitely not true. Because the guys who were involved in like the melee or the scuffle, they're saying that you didn't tell them to do nothing. And I said, well, you got to start clearing things up, because like a lot of times you don't clear anything up, you kind of become a villain. And he says, Ak, you got to realize that everything I'm supposed to be a villain behind I had nothing to do with, nor was I around when the shit happened. So you got to meet me, bro. Just have a conversation with me. Basically, he said I got to get to know him. It's kind of interesting. And I think he's kind of like probably summing up a lot of things in that message. I think a lot of people blame him for the takeoff stuff. I think he's probably also hinting towards that, saying, hey, a lot of things they make me the villain for, they blame me for, I wasn't around. I had nothing to do with that. Same with this thing with the Allstar JR person. And maybe even the jeweler person. And again, you know what? I'm reserving my right to say, hey, maybe we have Jay Prince Jr. kind of pegged out unfairly. Because right now, I'm not going to lie. When I hear something negative happen and he's there, I kind of go to blame him, right? And I think that's been the narrative. And kind of seen in this one particular situation where actual people involved are saying, bro, we had nothing to do with it. You kind of, at least for me, because I'm a fair person, I'm like, is that the same thing with all these other incidents? Where like, yes, bad place, bad time, crazy coincidence, but Jay Prince Jr. isn't like fucking setting up these situations where people eventually lose their lives or people do some stupid shit. So I don't know. I've been trying to think about it more logically, because I'm a logical person. What do you guys think? Again, according to Ben 10, I told you the clearest way they told me, they said, Ak, put it like this. We were cool with, they said, we know you one of the top closest friends. We fuck with you. We saw you every night at the fucking Master Tour. If we saw you and you backstage and you see a nigga and we could tell that you and that nigga not getting along, or y'all kind of bumping heads or whatever, nigga, we not even about to, we about to get active, like straight up. Like, you are, nigga, we getting active. You don't got to be like, yo, 10, could you do this? Nah. All right, what's up? And I kind of understood that. Because supposedly that's what kind of happened. Yeah. JR or Junior didn't, he locks eyes with the dude. They don't get along. Junior showed up mad late anyway. And these guys took it upon themselves to say, man, they're probably looking at it like, yo, this nigga in here by himself, or he dolo, or he with some girl. Apparently he was with a girl. That's what it was. So Allstar JR was in there with a girl. They're probably looking at it like, man, it's mad of us. Man, let's get this nigga. Jay Prince Jr. didn't say get him. So I'm glad that they clear his name, but we can't blame Jay Prince Jr. for this going on if he didn't send nobody to do nothing. You get what I'm saying? And, I know sometimes y'all accuse me of, oh, it's because you talk to him. that's why your opinion is changing. No. I spoke to 3 and 10 first, and they both acknowledged to me that they did that, yo, we not no send-off type of niggas. Jay Prince Jr. can't tell us to do shit. We don't look at it like that. You know what I mean? Niggas got into it because everybody that was at the event were cool or cool enough. And when we seen some shit, niggas just started getting on bad timing. So it looked like Jay Prince Jr. got, vindicated from this situation from all we know. And then now it makes us think about other incidents. Well, what about Jay Prince Jr. takeoff? What about Jay Prince Jr. with this other situation? And from what he's telling me, he's like, everything I'm supposed to be the villain behind, I had nothing to do with, nor was I around when the things happened. It's interesting. Maybe we need to go revisit some of these situations. The takeoff thing supposedly, I don't think he was present in the argument. Was he? When the bullets start flying? I remember going over the camera angle so much. I don't even want to do it again. But is that true? Was he not present when all of these things happened that led to the death of Takeoff? That perhaps maybe we can't blame him. Now, I think people did blame him people felt like it was disrespectful when he always stepped over the body or whatever the case is, right? Matter of fact, let's go back to that interview. Jay Prince Jr. Gilly Wallow. I don't know if he spoke.
You can tell
he was
on
there.
Jay.
This is him here. But I remember people kept saying stepping over the body. And they were like, oh, yeah, but you stepped over the body, this and third. Okay. Quavo. All right, here we go.
After all this occurred, you was the one that took Quavo and them to the hospital. Y'all still was together after the fact.
I stayed with Quavo. We stayed out there probably like 2 or 3 hours together before we all parted ways and made sure each other was cool. Like, me and him stayed out there. Like, one other person pulled up, but it was me and him that stayed out there for hours after this transpired. So,
yeah. So it's just interesting how, one can take a 3-second lie, you know what I mean, and contaminate, a bunch of damn fools that'll believe anything that they see. And when in actuality, as you can see, these two was with Quavo, you know what I mean, from beginning to end. They dropped him off. They never left his side, because here's the thing. Takeoff is not the only one got hit that night. You know what I mean? A friend of ours daughter got hit in the head. So somebody could have been mad about that and wanted to come back and do some things. So they was there with the homie. And whenever he decide to speak, he gonna validate everything we saying. Quavo, you know what I mean? Because he know he was never abandoned. He know he was never disrespected. He know every time he have came to Houston, it been nothing but love and respect. That's why he came so many times.
When you hear Houston, you hear mob ties. And some people,
It's
Let me ask y'all a question. What's the from the Prince family standpoint? What's the worst? What is the when you get into feelings? What's the worst feeling?
everybody, even the police department, want to get around the root of what really happened. Now, there's a law that goes on around the world where if me and you go rob a bank and, the police or somebody is shooting, trying to protect that bank, right, and hit some innocent person, who you think get that charge? The person that shot that innocent person or the root of the situation that was robbing that bank?
The root.
Okay. That's what we're dealing with right here. You know what I mean? This dude is the root of this shit. You know what I mean? And from what I done read in this police report, where he's, telling on everything he can tell on Jazz, and you know what I mean, he moving on to say he was trying to be robbed, and man, don't nobody who want to rob, them little dudes, the last thing they would have done was violated and tried to rob Quavo. Me and Quavo done walked in the hood of Fifth Ward, me, him, and Jazz, by ourselves in the whole hood. And by the time we hit a few corners, we had 100+ walking with us. You know what I mean? So he know firsthand. That's like a lie to justify that dumb shit that he done. And that's just the root of the shit, man. If I could change it, I would change it. If I was God, I would have reached and grabbed and stopped the bullet from hitting the loved one, because I love him that much. You know what I mean? But I was in the bed asleep.
Just to elaborate on that, man. I think, like I had spoke before and said, that the biggest thing is just me thinking about that whole night and that whole situation, to where, like you guys spoke on, how so many speak about the family, how one should have been in control, why it happened, this and that and another. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're not God, you know what I'm saying, but we believe in him. And we don't fear no man, you know what I'm saying, because we follow him first and foremost, And personally, I asked myself, was it anything else that could have been done to manicure that situation? You know what I'm saying? Because, we so used to molding and the respect, you know what I'm saying, to where we didn't have no doubt that it wasn't gonna be no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't move like that. No one in association or affiliation with us move with disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So we all family. You know what I'm saying? And just to see the way that my family is being betrayed, you know what I'm saying, behind someone that we care about and love also as brothers, that's the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to enlighten the world and let them know y'all got it messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because we messed up about this too. You know what I'm saying, me? And all respect to Takeoff's family. You know what I'm saying? His loved ones. We love them and respect them too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 1 hour was took that night. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, bro say, behind this clown, man, we don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when we say move, we move. When one leg move that way, the other leg gonna move that way. We don't have no out of bounds clown shit going on in our family. This nigga came down here and he was out of line. And he stepped out of bounds, man, without permission.
Wait, who they talking about?
Quavo told me, after I told him, I said, nephew, stop talking about basketball, leave it alone. He said, Unc, you right. Let's go. Because I don't want to do nothing to one of these niggas before I do something to one of these niggas. This dude took upon himself to go trying to violate people that didn't violate nobody, that was sitting there humble, wasn't exchanging words, wasn't being disrespectful. He just decided he wanted to be a bully that night and prove something to someone, I don't know, probably because he's the biggest guy out there. I don't know what it was.
Oh, I forgot. They were talking about, it was a guy with Quavo and Takeoff that supposedly swung or something like that. Yeah, they're saying he's the one to blame because he made the situation physical.
But we started walking off. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody in the family violate nobody. A man is gonna defend himself. So I can't tell a man not to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even see that coming. You know, but as soon as he made his move and struck an individual, I'm like, what you doing? But everything happened like that. And I didn't see no gun in his hand. Because I would have spoke on that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that till clippings after the fact that he's already standing there. So he already had his mind on something that shouldn't have been. You see what I'm saying? But it wasn't something that we could control, see coming, stop, or none of that because it wasn't one of ours. You're not of us. Because if you was of us, it wouldn't have never happened. You stepped out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? And
if they listen to that tape real good, they can hear the little homie. They can hear the little homie saying, "Man, if you took that wrong, I apologize." This is what the little homie was telling Quavo. "Man, I apologize if you took that wrong." I was just talking about basketball. You know, how humble can you be? After apologizing like that, a nigga gonna hit him with a pistol?
Oh, yeah.
Robbing. You know what I mean? This shit just don't add up and make sense, man, is what I'm getting to. And I'm just trying to get people to realize how big a damn fool this dude here is, and now he ratting all over the place and ran back and, you know, and bust shots and ran to the airport and ran his ass back immediately. You know what I mean? He didn't care nothing about the homie take off. As soon as he done that, he went straight to the airport and tore ass home. But I'm gonna leave you with all this paperwork and you can look at it later on.
Look at
Gonna leave me with this shit.
To take care of their family, to become this ultimate street nigga.
All right, we're gonna table that for now, chat. We're gonna figure out, man. I don't know. Jay Prince Jr. has reached out. He said, "Ak, you're starting to see it. A lot of things they think I'm the villain in. I ain't do nothing wrong. I wasn't even there." Or he was like, "I wasn't present for some of those things." Interesting.
I really love you, but I love me too. I don't got time for love, but I got time for you. And I gotta hate myself for all the things I let you do. Say you miss me on the phone, well I miss you in the room. Trying to see my life without you, shit depressing. Might do something I regret to teach you how I feel inside. I can never tell you, all you say is that I minimize. Guess too deep be my